It's Brennel and welcome to another Let's Play, hopefully one that will be less successful than my last one, which was played as Epirus. For this Let's Play I'll be playing as my favorite faction, the Ardiaei. Now most people were like, why do you like them? I can't really say. They're just great. I've always liked them since the game came out, even when they were unplayable. They were always ironically loyal and they're always brave little Illyrians. And they have a unique unit roster. So, without being long-winded, let's just give it a go into the, well, settings are going to be, oh god, nightmare node. I'm not even going to go into that. We're going to be playing on Legendary, as usual. We'll be playing a economic victory because we are a bunch of pirates. Not only are we going to be so piratey, we're going to be so client-statey, I guess, too. The Illyrians, particularly the Ardiaei, well, really any of them, we're a confederation of tribes more than a nation. So, to hold true to that, we are going to focus on 3 goals. We got primary goal, which is unite the Illyrians. That shouldn't be that difficult, honestly. So we're going to form into a confederation. The plan is, stage 1, we form a confederation with the Dalrosi and the Dalmati. And then, once that is established, we will move and take our old buddy Epirus, because, you know, they're always fought over, and part of them was pretty much Illyria anyway. And once that phase 1 is over with, then we will move on to phase 2, which is to conquer the Mediterranean islands. And in between all of that, we'll relegate ourselves to other various rules. So while we're loading, I will go on to that. So, I'm limiting myself to, with the exception of a key areas, usually islands or maybe major cities, I am going to only get focus on getting city-states and military allies, so we'll be a real hodgepodge confederacy. So, but we're going to focus on me, myself, owning all the islands. That includes Sicily, the Balearic Isles, Sardinia, Corsica, Crete, Cyprus, and that will pretty much get phase 2. Phase 3 is own all the islands. That means Britain, that means Ireland, that means everything in between. And in phase 3's goal, when we win the world, we'll basically get an economic victory where we get a bunch of money because we sack everything and all that crap. So those war goals are a little less specific than last time as Epirus, but since we didn't do good as Epirus anymore, I guess it doesn't matter. So while we're loading, I will be using mods once again. I've changed them up a little bit since last time, but I'll go through them with all credit being received. The first mod will be Traits, Talents, and Toadies by Dresden. 4 turns per year plus seasons, again by Dresden. Uniform Colors Remastered by Spec. GBJ Blood Mod Purple Rivers. The Great Black Jaguar. I will be using a different music, as you may have already noticed, than the Rome music. It's a little bit more barbarian-y. And it is called Dynamic Music by Taiso 3. And lastly, to bolster up the Ardiaei's weakest aspect, or land roster, I have Illyrian roster expanded by Drellus. Now some people say, well, you're not getting a pure experience if you're using a roster expansion. Honestly, the Ardiaei multiplayer, and trust me, I've played them in multiplayer competitively, they're really bad. So, with that, let's listen to Bardellus, because he's about to start talking. I think. Maybe not. There he goes.
Your people make their living from the sea, and it is by sea that your power will spread. You have prospered by exacting tolls from the vessels of others, but this has earned you enemies. The Dalmati to the north are hostile to your raids upon their shipping. Should your struggle with them erupt into war, you may find an ally in the Dalrosi, who are no allies of the Dalmati. Across the sea lies Rome and the Etruscan League. They will not stand by whilst your influence in the Adriatic grows unchecked, so prepare for war. To the south, the archaic powers in Greece squabble relentlessly with one another. In time, your power will eclipse them all. the sea will lend the Ardiaei access to every corner of the world. All shall know your power.
We will know our power. Okay. So, as he said, that will be our goal. The sea is our goal because the Ardiaei have one of the best navies in the game, which makes up for their land roster being rather poopy. But still, the roster expansion, as I was saying, is imperative because it shores up some things that don't really make sense. Like there's a lack of archers, even though it's specifically part of Illyrian warfare that they had archers. They weren't great archers, but they're good at ambushes. It's kind of how their land army rolls. They also had notable swordsmen, which they didn't have as a normal thing, so we got some of those. And they had a little bit more varied cavalry than just the medium cavalry, and only the medium cavalry that they get in this game. Okay, so now that we're up to speed, we have our capital at Epideminos, which is kind of a shithole. Excuse me. Oh yeah, well, I may, I'm not trying to make it salty language, but it will slip from time to time, so excuse me. Alright, so what we're first gonna do is we're not gonna worry about food right now, because we're going to Illyrian levies, yeah. We need Illyrian levies. We're gonna build up our army because we want to reunite Illyria as quickly as possible. But not gonna do it by the way of exploiting the AI, because that's also part of our rules. So we're not. So what will usually happen is the Ralsi and Dalmati are always at war with each other at the beginning. So one will attack the other, and then the customary cheesy way of doing it is wait for them to fight a battle and then swoop in and kill both of them. Now that may make sense, but it's kind of exploiting the AI, so we're not gonna do that. So we're kind of bros with the Dalmati or Dalrosi. So we're going to be bros.
We will speak. All praise to the gods.
And if we get strong enough and friendly enough,
and heartfelt friendship,
they should agree to a confederacy, but not trade route. But whatever. Hey, here's our king, Bardellis. We will just start off recruiting a bunch of spearmen who are not that great. And we're gonna wait to build up our navy so we can attack Ardiaei. And we're definitely focused on military matters because we are going big. Let's see, we need a spy. No. No. Actually, yeah, let's go with him. Because he gives wealth and public order. Because he's just that kind of a guy. So the Ardiaei start off with a champion, which is unique. So we're going to exploit that to make our rather meager early troops better by training them. We don't really have the money to waste on agent actions this early anyway. Okay, let's look at diplomacy. They're all see like me. Epirus not gonna last very long. They never do. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to mess with anybody having to do with Rome. Oh yeah, the Tribali. We're friends with the Tribali, and Macedon's friend with the Tribali.
Welcome.
So let's see.
I throw open the doors to you and bid you enjoy our talks.
Oh, Macedon. We're gonna have diplomatic wrangling like last time. We shall see. Okay. Let's move on in. Hopefully we'll have less, you know, doom battles like I did in my last Let's Play of Epirus. Boy, that was awful. But, there again, that's the way Epirus rolls. Ardiaei are not, they're not as difficult in the early game as Epirus or Suevi or somebody like that, but they can be difficult in the long run because of their roster, and they, even with the roster expansion, they don't get as good as units, particularly late, as most factions, so they gotta be creative, and they definitely have to rely on their navy a lot. Alright, the Rossi and the Dalmati are at war. I thought they started at war, so excuse me, but they're now at war. So, let's see if he wants to trade yet.
Welcome! We will talk and then we will feed.
You know what? He'll come to me when he wants to trade. Besides, our trade is piracy. That's why we're going to construct a harbor. continue to build up our army. Or run out of money.
Yes.
Let's boost up our public order here. Our public order is at 10, so let's increase our taxes just a teensy bit. That's not the taxes. That's not the taxes. This is the taxes. Oh, okay, we don't want it that far. Damn it. Okay. Let's not go extortionate. Let's just go high. Yeah, that'll be fine. And
Your orders?
nothing much to do here. Just gonna continue building up our army in Epideminos.
I have the power.
Of course, since we're being rather gamble-tastic with not having any food, but it's not that big of a gamble, we're gonna side with them against the Dalmati and hopefully take it. Now, if they take Adder, which doesn't seem likely, that would be problematic. So, I hope they don't do that. We're about to launch an expedition here in the next few turns anyway. Roman... That may not be good for Rome, starting against the Gauls so early. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Spear training. Oh, one of the cool things about this roster mod is that the archers get actual spears. They don't get shields, though. That would be OP. They get two-handed spears, and it's kind of adorable. Not terribly effective, but if you train it up, it might be okay. Alright, we're gonna make this guy Zeal. So we'll transfer over to our King Bardalis, which reminds me, he's gonna promote himself, because that's what kings do.
For the tribe!
Okay, now we got Illyrian levies. I love these guys.
Come, fight for us, lads!
Get as many as we can. May notice that Bardalis is on a, actually, I don't want him on that crappy cavalry. Let's replace him with somebody, and we'll bring him back. Who's our family? What do you do? Oh, he'll be good. He's gonna be a good governor. I like that. I really like that. Okay, see, we got a much better roster here. Since he's gonna be a governor, we're gonna have him as Noble Haptes.
Warriors, oh!
Bring Bardalis back next turn. I just want to change his bodyguard. Okay, moving on to winter. Delenium is really important to get because we need to, you know, we obviously need a major city. But again, I don't want to get it through cheesing the AI, so that can make things interesting, trying to force them into a confederacy. May have to go to war with them, but I'm not going to do it in the cheesy fashion. Dolores is back home. He didn't have to go very far. The mild winter. Where are they in levies? How long until that'll be done soon?
For the tribe!
Yeah, we don't want those.
For the tribe!
Continue making him.
Come, fight for us, lads!
Let's see, we need... Illyrian Raiders are pretty great. They're units you can... they have stock, which means they can deploy outside their deployment zone, which makes them great ambush units. So we'll get them soonish, but they're not necessary for our campaign against the Dalmati. Although they would be helpful. Let's see, what is this? He's a bird. Nah. Let's go vanilla with him, spy. And, see if we... Where's Bardalis? Who's this guy? Oh, this is Son. I like how he has gray hair already. It's 16. He has a reformed pirate. That doesn't help us. And he didn't need the reformed pirate. That helps him nothing. Alright, let's replace him with Bardalis. He is a royal cavalryman.
For the tribe!
And her income a little bit, but it's worth it. These guys are pretty great. We'll raise another army when he leaves.
Ready for battle.
But for now, we're good. He has to go back anyway. Port should be done, or our harbor should be done next turn. We can start recruiting Illyrian Marines, which are going to be the mainstay of our fleet, particularly early on.
Our offer is fair and honorable. By the gods, all will be as we agree here.
Sure.
The gods bless you with wisdom, and my people will greet your acceptance with arms outstretched.
Oh, see, he's just a friend. He's a friend Illyrian. Our prince is back home again. Not a long trip. Harbor is finished. Bardalis is foul mouth. Okay.
Thirsty for battle.
And let's see. We need. Money's getting a little
Fleet
thin
ready.
here. Go ahead and
Our voyage
move
is
out.
done.
Here's the Illyrian archers. They're pretty good. Tribesmen, not so good. But Illyrian Marines, they're the best.
We need good.
Fortunately, money's getting a little tight.
Warriors all.
Getting real tight. Let's see how many spearmen we need. One more spearman.
Fight with us. It's a good life.
We're gonna have to just hire some mercenaries. That's actually a bad thing about Illyria. They have short campaigns, a trait which makes recruiting mercenaries cheaper, but it makes upkeeping them way more expensive. In fact, let's look at our chapter objectives. The pirate's life for me. By the way, one of our goals is to not only be a pirate, but be manly and be a manly pirate. So that's going to be our goal. Be at war with following factions. That shouldn't be difficult. Forge a defensive alliance with the following: Tribali. Yeah, we need to do that. Let's see.
Well met, friend.
Aggression pack.
Sit and let your words move me to anger or agreement, as you wish of them.
Well, I don't have any money to throw at him for that. I wonder if Macedon.
Be welcome, but may Athena strike us all.
Yeah. You and your Athena, and Ares, and all your other little gods.
Bards far and wide know my name.
Man, look at that Etruscan League. They got a giant army in Auranium. Rome may not be able to make it anywhere this day. Champion recruited again, or experienced up again. Your Marines. We definitely need that. The mercenaries are gonna kill us. And warfare, because that's what we specialize in. Alright, let's send him on the offensive here. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, he's fortified, never mind.
Thirsty for battle.
We gotta get there before they, Actually, I think they'll probably lose. They're not gonna win because of the garrison, so let's move him.
Destination reached.
We definitely need a full stack, though. 2 of these, and then we'll get 2 mercenary cavalry when we're available. One, no, just short. Well, Raiders won't really help us out any. Oh, hell with it. Let's get another one of those guys. We really need to get moving.
For the try.
Oh, wait. Let's do it. Can I still recruit here?
Ready for orders.
Yes. Right off the coast. No problem. Well, next turn we're going to resort to piracy. Also I need to recruit my army again. This guy, raise an army. Just to join the bodyguard. There you go. That's slightly better. The Fury? We're gonna have to come up with a better name than that. I will ponder that while hitting in turn. What happened? Yeah, I just had a battle. Yes, it did, and it didn't go well for the Dalrossi. Let's see what they'll give me for joining the war against them.
There's a good pork roasting for you.
I love pork.
And better ale and mead set aside. But first, we talk. I will take word of our agreement and put it before my people. They will feast in celebration.
Cool. Wonder if he'll join me from Confederacy. Nope. Didn't expect him to. Wonder if I join the war against Saddam. How do you will? What? Join my Confederacy. Huh. Okay. I thought I could bargain with them for that. Apparently not. Okay, how much are you gonna give me? Demand that.
A tidy sum, to be sure. But our hearts are full of courage, not lust for gold.
Oh. Yeah, well, yours may be filled with courage, but ours is filled with... Are you saying you can't be filled with lust for gold and courage? They're mutually exclusive? Fine. 500.
The gods will rejoice at the words we have spoken today. You honor us with these terms.
Okay, good. I'm glad to honor you. And let's see. I really need defensive lines with these guys.
Now speak plainly.
Well, not really. They're gonna die. Yeah. They're gonna die from the Thracians. Well, I don't really have anything to fear from the army yet. So I'm gonna park it right in front of the Millennium. I keep recruiting troops here. Oh, just a garrison.
We need good fighters. Ready for battle.
Oh, my cleverness. Fine. There, the dread administrators, because that's what he's gonna do. Let's see. We are going to move a little bit and raid until we get in range of either. When he's becoming a problem, but that's why we're just gonna raid the crap out of these guys. I almost did it. Okay, let's see what they have. Man, Dalrossi took a beating. Look at this. He didn't cause hardly any casualties. He had a full stack army. I don't know. I want to be friends with him. We'll see. I am somewhat concerned about my southern flank, but I don't want to have anything to do with Epirus, considering how much the world hates them. So we're just going to leave that alone until whoever conquers Polonia. Because it's a given. I think I may have seen Epirus amount to something from the AI one time. Maybe. That's probably generous. I probably dreamed it. Spies leveled up. Wait, this is all wrong. Why has he got the tax man? He's the Birdly Brave man. It's the son with the dread administrators. We're supposed to be, speaking of which, you didn't need that. You need to give that to our admiral here, which will be a turn.
Ready for battle.
What do we got here? What do they have for fleet? Garrison. Not bad, but we really need
ready for battle. Starting out.
Oh wow.
Ready for orders.
Our income took a dump. Damn you, winter. Get rid of everything said. Oh. How much are these guys? Oh my god, look at that upkeep cost for the cavalry. Oh, that's gonna be problematic. Are they in range to reinforce? Pretty sure they are. Let's see if we can. A critical success. That doesn't seem like it. We're gonna try it anyway. Well, hell. That's not what we would call a good omen. You know what? Well, I really don't want to attack in winter, so we're gonna fortify too. Everybody's fortifying. Get cavalry next turn and do what needs to be done. Yeah, definitely. Alright, dude. Huh. Yeah, well, tit for tat, they may start raiding us. They're one ship. You are no true Illyrians. Oh, this is disconcerting. Apparently the reformed pirate went back to piracy and left us all in the dust. Well, I'm sure they're hiding in the forest right here somewhere. Maybe even right here, and they may be ambushing me. That'll be unique. We're gonna risk it. So we're gonna get cavalry. See, look at that. We can only get them for one turn. Alright, they're all ready to reinforce us at Hyder. So let's do this. Well, we didn't get ambushed, so that's good. They are reinforcing. There's their navy, and there's their main army, filled with nothing but Illyrian spearmen. I feel pretty good about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and end this opening episode, and I will see you next time for episode 2, The Quest for More Booty. Until then.